If you're a coach or consultant who's tried building authority on LinkedIn, but you just keep burning out, you're not alone. You're finding that you start strong and you're posting every day and then you engage consistently. You basically go all in. But then after a few weeks or months, you're just exhausted and you're finding that daily grind of creating content, engaging, and then showing up. It can just feel a bit overwhelming. And then eventually you just stop. And so your LinkedIn presence then dies because the approach just wasn't sustainable. Now, here's the truth. Consistency is the key to building authority on LinkedIn, but most people approach consistency the wrong way. They think that consistency means posting every single day, engaging for hours, and just always being on. And actually, that approach leads to burnout because it's just not sustainable for most people. So throughout the course of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build LinkedIn consistency, but without the risk of burnout. I'm going to walk you through 3 strategies for creating sustainable systems that actually maintain your presence over the long term without exhaustion. And it's the exact same framework that I leveraged to build over 55,000 followers organically on the platform with over 10 million impressions just in the last year alone. So this stuff absolutely works. Now, let's start with really what the main issue is here, and it's the fact that you're burning out because your system isn't sustainable. You're trying to do too much too often with too much effort, and eventually your energy is just running out. And now the main reasons that people get to this position is the first one is actually they post too frequently, especially being early on the platform. They think that they need to post every day to build authority. So they commit to that daily posting, and for the first few weeks, they keep up. But eventually they run out of ideas and then they just get tired of the grind and then eventually they stop. Now, the second reason is actually they engage too much. So they think that they need to engage for hours every single day and they spend 2 to 3 hours commenting on posts, responding to messages, and just being on all of the time. And then after a few weeks, again, they're just exhausted. Now, the third reason is they create content from scratch every single time. Because they don't have a system, every post is created from scratch. And so every day you're just staring at a blank screen, trying to come up with something valuable. And that daily creative grind can be exhausting. So here's the reality. Consistency doesn't mean doing more. What it does mean is it means building sustainable systems. Because when you have systems for content creation, engagement, and energy management, that way you can show up consistently without burning out. Now, here's the truth. Most successful people on LinkedIn aren't the ones who post every day. They're the ones who have built sustainable systems that allow them to show up consistently for years. And that's what we're going to build in these next 3 steps. So the first step here, the first strategy is to batch create your content. And this can be one of the most important shifts that you can make to avoid burnout. So instead of creating content every day, you create all of your content for the week in one focused session. And that shift can change everything. And this is why it works. The first real benefit is that you eliminate daily decision fatigue. Because when you batch create, you're not staring at a blank screen every day, just wondering, well, what should I post? You've already created your content and now you can just schedule it and then move on. Now, the second benefit is you work in deep focus mode. So when you set aside that couple of hours, for example, to create all of your content for the week, you're in deep focus mode. You're not distracted and you're not interrupted. And that focus time is more productive than scattered daily creation. Now, the third benefit is that you free up mental energy. So when content creation is handled once per week, you free up that mental energy for the rest of the week because you're not thinking about what to post. You're more focused on actually serving your clients. So here's the framework. I want you to set aside 90 to 120 minutes a week, an hour and a half to 2 hours. Choose a consistent time. It might be a Sunday morning or a Friday afternoon, whatever works best for you, and block it out on your calendar and protect that time. Now, the second step is to then use your content pillars. So you should have 5 to 7 content pillars. These are the main core topics that you're going to talk about repeatedly. Use those as your guide. So pick one pillar per post. The third step is then to create 3 to 4 posts in one session. Don't even force yourself to have to create 7 posts or one for every day. Just start with creating 3 to 4 high quality posts. That's enough to maintain consistency without overwhelming yourself. And then the fourth step is to schedule them in advance. So use LinkedIn's native scheduling feature or a tool like Buffer, for example. Schedule your posts for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then you're done, right? So here's what this would look like in practice. Let's say you're a consultant, you're a coach. Every Sunday morning, you're going to spend 90 minutes writing out these 3 posts for the week. You're then going to use your content pillars as a guide. You write 1 tactical post, 1 case study post, and 1 perspective post, and then you schedule them for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then for the rest of the week, you don't think about content creation. It's already handled. That is real batch creation. So it eliminates that daily decision fatigue. It then leverages deep focus mode and it frees up mental energy. And that's the key to sustainable consistency. Now, the second strategy is to use the 15-minute engagement system. So this is where you stop engaging for hours and you start engaging strategically. Because really, here's the truth. You don't need to engage for 2 to 3 hours per day to build authority. You just need to be strategic about where you engage. So here's the framework. The total time's 15 minutes a day. That's it. Not hours, just 15 minutes. And you split this up into 3 5-minute blocks. The first block is 5 minutes to engage with your ideal client's posts. So find 2 to 3 posts from people who fit your ideal client profile and then leave thoughtful value adding comments. And this gets you on their radar without the energy drain of like mass engagement. In the second block of 5 minutes, engage with authority posts. So find 1 to 2 posts from recognized authorities in your niche and then leave insightful comments that demonstrate your expertise. This will then get you in front of their audience, which could be thousands of your ideal clients. Now, in the third block of 5 minutes, I want you to respond to comments on your own posts. So spend 5 minutes responding to every comment on your own post. Just deepen the conversation, right? Ask follow-up questions, build relationships. And the reason why this works is because it's sustainable, right? 15 minutes per day, it's manageable. You can do this every day without feeling like you're going to burn out. It's also strategic because you're not just engaging randomly, you're actually engaging with ideal clients and authorities in your own audience. And that's where engagement really matters the most. And the third thing is that it builds visibility and relationships, because when you engage consistently in these 3 areas, you'll build visibility. People will start seeing your name. You'll also build credibility because they'll see your insights, and you'll build relationships because people start to feel more connected to you. So here's what this could look like in practice. Let's say, again, you're a coach consultant. Every morning you spend 15 minutes on LinkedIn and you'll find 2 posts from your ideal clients. You'll leave a thoughtful comment. You'll find 1 post from an authority and leave an insightful comment. And then you'll respond to any comments on your own post. And that's it. 15 minutes, you're done for the day. And that will be a much more sustainable, strategic and effective way that avoids burnout that could come from trying to engage for hours upon hours. Now, the third strategy is to build energy efficient systems. So this is where you protect your energy and you automate what you can, because here's the truth. Burnout doesn't just come from doing too much. It comes from doing things that drain your energy unnecessarily. So here are 3 energy efficient systems that you can build. The first one is content repurposing. So don't create new content from scratch every single time. Repurpose your best ideas. For example, if you wrote a great post about LinkedIn profile optimization, repurpose it in a different format, right? You could turn it into a list post, a story post, or a contrarian take. So it's the same idea, but it's a different angle. And this then saves energy because you're not constantly coming up with new ideas. You're just repackaging your best ideas in different ways. Now, the second system is template-based creation. So you can create templates for your most common post types. So for example, a tactical post template, you can have a hook, which calls out a pain point. You then have a teaching section, which is where you share 1 actionable tactic. And then the close, which is where you invite engagement. And then you could have your case study template. So this is where you start with the problem, describe the client's challenge, then the solution, which is where you explain what you did, and then the result, which is where you share the outcome. Now, when you have templates, you're not then starting from scratch. You're just filling in the blanks, and that saves massive amounts of energy. Now, the third system is to automate your scheduling. Now, LinkedIn has a native scheduling feature, or you can use another tool like Buffer to schedule your posts in advance. And this removes the daily task of logging in and posting manually, and you batch create, you schedule, and then you're done. And the reason this can work so well is because you basically reduce decision fatigue, because when you have these systems, you're not making dozens of micro decisions every day. You're basically following a process, and then this saves mental energy. It also makes things more predictable because when you have systems, you know exactly what you need to do and when. There's no guessing, and that then reduces stress. This also creates more consistency and it makes it effortless, because when you have systems, consistency becomes automatic. You're not relying on motivation or willpower, you're relying on process. So here's what this will look like in practice. Again, if you're a coach consultant, you've then got this content repurposing system. So you take your best performing posts, repurpose them every few months or even every few weeks. You've then got the templates for the most common post types, and then you use your scheduling to automate that posting. And these systems will save you hours of energy every week and then make that consistency much more effortless. This will again protect your energy, it will reduce that decision fatigue and make this much more sustainable. So let's put all of this together now. The first strategy is to batch create your content. Set aside an hour and a half to 2 hours every single week. Use your content pillars as a guide and create 3 to 4 posts basically in one session, and then schedule them across Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The second strategy is then to use the 15-minute engagement system. So the first 5 minutes engaging with your ideal clients' posts, the next 5 minutes to engage with authority posts, and then the final 5 minutes to respond to comments on your own posts. So that's a total of 15 minutes per day. The third strategy is then to build energy efficient systems. So first of all, your content repurposing, so that you use the same idea but a different angle. Then you've got your template based creation. So basically templates where you can fill in the blanks. And then the third component is to automate the scheduling. So batch and basically schedule in advance, right? And so if you were to look at this across a week, let's say on your Sunday morning, that's where you spend your hour and a half to 2 hours. Batch create those 3 posts for the week. Use those content pillars, write a tactical post, a case study post, and a perspective post across Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then between Monday and Friday, 15 minutes per day engaging strategically. 2 to 3 ideal client posts, leave thoughtful comments. 1 authority post, leave an insightful comment, and then respond to comments on your own post. And then throughout the week, your systems will handle the rest. So your posts will go live automatically. Your templates will make the content creation easier. And then your repurposing system will ensure that you never run out of ideas, right? This will then allow you to show up consistently while building authority and not burning out, because the system is what will be sustainable. Now, I do want to address the biggest mindset shift that you need to make, which is that consistency doesn't necessarily mean daily. Most people think consistency means posting every day or engaging for hours or always being on, but that's not consistency, that's burnout waiting to happen. Now, here's the truth. Consistency means showing up regularly and predictably over an extended period of time. It doesn't mean daily, it means sustainable. So posting 3 times per week for 2 years is more valuable than posting every day for 2 months and then quitting. The reason why is because authority is really built over time. It's built through repetition, through showing up week after week, through being consistent in your presence in your niche. And you can't do that if you burn out after 2 months. So the mindset shift is that your old mindset would be, I need to post every day to build authority. But I want your new mindset to be, I need to show up consistently over years to build authority. And that means building a sustainable system. The old mindset might be, I need to engage for hours every day, but I want your new mindset to be, I need to engage strategically for 15 minutes per day. That's sustainable and effective. Again, your old mindset might have been, I need to create new content from scratch every time, but I want your new mindset to be, I need systems, batch creation, templates, repurposing. That makes content creation effortless. Now, when you shift your mindset from daily to sustainable, everything really changes, because you'll stop burning out, you start building long-term authority, and you'll actually enjoy the process, right? And so again, sustainable is the focus here. Once you do that, you'll have much more sustainable systems. You're going to avoid burnout. You'll build much more long-term authority. And more importantly, you'll actually enjoy the process. And this is actually what's allowed me to be so consistent on LinkedIn over such an extended period, now having built 55,000 followers on the platform completely organically, more than 10 million impressions. And for our clients, we've driven over 100 million impressions, and we've had results such as some of our clients generating 4,000 very specific tailored followers in just 30 days, along with 97,000 page views to one of our clients' profiles just in the last 30 days alone. So we know that this framework does work. But if you are someone who really wants to accelerate your results, you'd really value having a system that handles your content creation, your engagement, and your scheduling in a way that's completely done for you. What you'll need is a LinkedIn media engine behind your brand to actually push it, to drive it in a done for you way, to allow you to actually grow and scale without the headache of having to actually go through all of the content creation and the nuances around it. So if you want a completely free breakdown of what that would look like for you, I want you to comment the word consistency below this video. So again, comment the word consistency, and I'll make sure that that completely free breakdown gets sent over to you so you can see what it would take to have that full media engine behind you and your brand to help you to actually drive forward and to make more and more progress. Now, I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment the word consistency below, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one.